Many business owners think they turn on Google Ads and poof, things start converting. Everything works. They spend forever building their campaigns, even thinking about whether or not they want to run Google Ads. They've decided that this is the next best move for their business. Maybe you've talked to friends and you've thought, like, yes, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing Google Ads. Everything else is going well in my business. I'm going to put aside this hard earned money and have the perfect keywords. We're going to go simple. We're only going to do search. And then guess what? Everything is going to be great. But here's the thing. Oftentimes, this is just, I hate to say it, the system's working against you. It doesn't work that way. It is not that easy. It is not just turn ads, pay for ads, your ads are going to work. What ends up happening is you get into the ad platform and you realize that one, it's completely cluttered with other people that look exactly like you. Or even worse, you have an aggregator in your space that's buying up all the leads and then selling them back to you, and you can't get ahead because they have a massive budget of, 20, 30, 40,000 a month, and you're trying to spend 2 to 3,000 a month. It is just a tough place to be trying to run Google Ads, hoping it'll work. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to strategically rate your ads so that you do stand out on the SERP, which is the results page with all the Google ads on it, so that people do see your ad and click on your ad, and so that you get the most bang from your buck. Because I know your budget is small, but mighty, but I want you to beat the big guys. Hey there, I'm Sarah Stemen, and welcome to another episode of the Google Ad Strategy Hub. Today, we're going to teach you how to write ads that stand out, get clicked, and ultimately convert. Because that's what it's all about. We're measuring conversions here, not just clicks. So here's the big thing. You're going to need to be really, really strategic about your authenticity. And I use that word a lot. What does that mean? That means you're going to need to lean in harder to what makes your business, and what makes you unique. A lot of times what I see people do is they'll see the competition and they'll want to copy them and do exactly what they're doing, but that is the wrong way to do it, because what you're doing is you're making the assumption that their ads are performing. And I see this all the time with my coaching clients. They'll come to me, they'll have a great platform, they'll have ads that are working perfectly. Not perfectly, everything could use some improvement, but I'm saying ads are working, they're going along, but they're looking at their competitors with a lot of envy. That's not the way to do things. And I know that that sounds counterintuitive, but you want to lean way, way more into what makes your business unique, especially in the competitive environment of Google Ads. So in this video, I am going to give you a 3-step process to auditing your campaigns, auditing your account, looking at your ads, and making sure that you stand out. Let's get started. The first step is going to be to audit your competitors. And when I say audit your competitors, I want you to take 3 to 5 of your absolute top keywords, and I want you to look at who else is showing up under those keywords in your target area. Then what I want you to do is I want you to study the messaging. What are they saying in their ads? What is in their headlines? What is in the descriptions? What is in the site links? What does their imagery look like? I also want you to look at the format. Are they using all the assets that they could possibly add? Are they adding images? Are they doing any YouTube? Do you see any of that? Once you've actually clicked on their landing page, are you starting to see display ads? Are you seeing videos when you're on YouTube? What else are you seeing them do other than just a basic search campaign? Perhaps after you've visited their landing page, you start seeing their Facebook ads show up. They're advertising on Meta as well. Are they offering any proof? So do you see things like reviews, testimonials, customers that have had success stories before and after? What type of proof and validation that you're going to get what you get is being shown in their ads? What about their offers? Are they offering free quotes, make a phone call, coupons, discounts? What are they doing to really get you to make that next step? Book today, call now, call for a free quote, download this paper. What are they doing? What offer do they have for people that are clicking on the ads and getting to the landing page? Or do they have multiple offers? Is it confusing? Does it make sense? Is their business set up the way yours is set up? Because that's going to be a big factor. Then I want you to look at their landing pages. What does the imagery tell you? What type of vibe does it give you? What feelings do you walk away with? Who is their ideal customer? Where are they going after? Are they targeting the exact same customer as you? What are your feelings after you leave the page? Are the calls to action up top? Or are they at the bottom? Again, are they showing that social proof, the testimonials? Can you tell that other people are happy? Then I also want you to go to Reddit and read the tea. Try to find the gossip. What are people complaining? Do they have bad reviews? What are people saying about them? Have you had customers that have shopped both of you and chosen you? Why are they choosing you? Why are they choosing you over your competitor? These are all amazing questions to ask. What about things like FAQs and risk reversals? Do they get to try you risk-free? What happens if there is an issue? Are they countering that type of thing? The second part of step one, and again, right now you're just looking at your competitors, is I want you to find the gaps. What do you do differently in all of this? So you've taken a look at every single part of their marketing, the messaging, the headlines, the descriptions, the keywords. But what are the gaps? What do you have that they don't have? Do you have a different guarantee? Do you have employees that have been there longer? Are you family oriented? Are you smaller and you can capitalize on that? Do you have simply better products? Do you have more before and afters? Do you have more reviews? Do you have better transparency? Is there less friction in your process? What do you have that they don't have that you can exploit? Your goal is to not only identify what they do, but what they don't do, but more what they do poorly, because that's where you're going to improve. That's where you're going to iterate. And that's where you're going to start to lean into what you do differently and better. And I know you know this. We all know this about our competitors. I gave a creepy smile there because I know this about all my competitors. Step two, I want you to go in and audit your own pages. And I want you to be really harsh. And I want you to do the exact same process, only I want you to do it on yourself. I want you to pretend like you're a competitor. Actually, I think there is a famous YouTuber that everyone has heard of, Mr. Beast. And he talks about how when he started on YouTube, and again, not running ads, obviously he was just doing YouTube, he and his group used to get together and roast their own titles, roast their own thumbnails, roast their own videos. You're basically going to roast yourself. Look at yourself objectively and be like, what am I doing wrong? What do my ads say? What am I not showing? Am I asking for too much too soon? What is wrong with my page? Am I not showing enough testimonials? Look at yourself from a real critical eye and essentially try to roast yourself and see, like, from an outside perspective, what am I not doing? What am I really not doing? If I were making this buying decision, would I choose me? Am I boring myself? Am I presenting all the facts that I need to know? Would I make that investment in myself? That is what you're asking when you're turning the script on you. Would you click on your own ad? Is the headline benefit driven? Does it sound like everyone else? Do you feel like you're blending in? Are your extensions pulling their weight, or are they just clutter in your ad campaign? Are they redundant? Is everything there for a reason? Or are you just putting it there because Google offers it? Or because Google told you you need a site link in the recommendations and you just added it, but you had no deliberacy behind it? Does your landing page pass the 5-second test? Can somebody look right away and know exactly what their next action is? Can a new visitor instantly see what it's about, what to do next, and what makes you different? Is there visible proof, ratings, reviews, testimonials, reasons why you should be chosen, social proof? Is the experience fast, scannable, mobile friendly, friction proof? Or are you asking customers to lift a heavy finger before choosing you? Do you answer your phone on time? Do you have signature phrases, things that you're known for? Are you doing something a little differently? Is your imagery cleaner? Or does it just look like the competition? Are you just blending in? If somebody just looked at your imagery and your ads without anything else, without context, would they know that that was you? Could you stand without the text? Could you stand in visual identity only? Do you have certain phrases that you repeat over and over again? Maybe they're on your mailers, maybe they're in your store, maybe they're on your website, something that you're kind of known for. Like I end all my videos saying happy optimization, something like that. Do you have anything that is showing proof and elevating your credibility? Like 4.8 stars, reviewed by over 1,256 people. Precise numbers absolutely work. Call that stuff out. 82% of clients see results within 14 days. These are the types of messages that really land well. They're specific. Do you have a good creative structure, a concrete offer, a call to action? Have you used your assets for different touch points, case studies, proof points, pricing? Do you have pricing tables to compare the different fees? And then don't forget about the risk reversal, any guarantees, any risk-free quotes, anything that would just make it a little easier on the customer. Here's a quick example of something that I wrote for my client that I think will be very helpful to you, just to give you a concrete example of all of this after we went through the process, steps 1 and 2. This was a roofing client. Professional roofing services, free estimates. That was their original copy. Instead, after storms, we would put in storm damage roof repair in 24 hours. That is what they offered. Licensed local crew. See how much different that is? And then we changed the description, 4.9 rating from 2,100 homeowners. Photo report, fixed upfront quote. Call now, book today, repaired tomorrow. For their callouts, we said insurance help because people don't know how to navigate the insurance process when something's happened after a storm. We also put in the warranty, 10-year warranty. We also added on site in 90 minutes. I mean, think about that when it's so hard to get people out to your house as a consumer after a storm when you just need something desperately fixed. There's a hole in the roof. This client also linked to their pricing tables, their before and after gallery, their insurance process, and then more reviews. This is how you win in Google Ads in 2025. And here's the thing, your language really matters. You want to be specific. You want to be casual. You want to meet the vibe of where the person's at who's trying to convert and look at your company. You want to make it sensory and specific. If you think about YouTube, for example, where you're watching this video, if you look at my casual tone, the way that I just have no shame in reading off my phone to make sure that I stay on script, the background, the fact that I don't get dressed up, that is my vibe. In ads, you want to do something very, very similar. The difference is in ads, you're using verbs and numbers because people don't necessarily see that picture. They don't see that until they get to the landing page. So you would replace something like quality service with on-site in 90 minutes. You would replace something like great support with talk to a human in 2 minutes. You would replace affordable with flat fee pricing, or even something like see it before you book. It is okay to be opinionated in your market. Lean into that. Don't be afraid to take a stand in your ad copy either. That is an amazing way to stand out. So if we were talking about Google Ads, I could tell people stop paying for free audits. Better yet, stop paying for free audits that get pitched later. We don't subcontract. Our certified team does all the work. You're really, really attacking right there on the search results page. I have given this analogy so many times that one of my friends wrote an ad that said, punt it to a junior paid search strategist. Everyone here has 10 years of experience. She hit the nail on the head. That was one of the best paid search ads that I had ever seen. I loved it. Also, consistency breeds memory. Use your catchphrases where you can in your headlines, in your descriptions, on your landing pages. You can pin them. And then also another good principle is to anchor your CTAs and actions. See our pricing plans. Start in minutes. Again, these are actions. So as we're finishing this video today, I would like to tell you that it's very easy to get overwhelmed and it's very easy to get disappointed when you've spent all your time and energy getting to the point where you can finally afford to run Google Ads. I get that. The more that you see your brand specific value and then lean into capitalizing on it and lean into essentially using what is unique about you in your ads and on your landing page, the more success that you are going to see out of this platform. A lot of people do the opposite, and I think that that's what's hard. They're always wanting to copy that competitor because they always assume the competitor is doing something better than them, and that is definitely not the case. They just look good on TV. They just play a part. You have to lean into what makes you you. And then also remember the process, which is to audit your competitors, audit yourself, and then go through and inject everything about you into the actual process and into the ads. And please, please don't get overwhelmed. The first step is really, really simple. Go search 3 of your top competitors using your most competitive keywords, keeping in mind that your competitors online are different than your competitors in real life because not everyone is doing ads, and just analyze the results. What do you see and what's missing? That's where it all begins. And if you simply feel like this is still too much to do alone, follow along. I've been putting out videos almost every single day. I also publish constantly on LinkedIn. If you Google my name, you can find me anywhere all over the internet. I'm a writer for Search Engine Land. I'm the president of the Paid Search Association. Paid search is my passion, my hobby, and my job. And you don't have to do this alone. Feel free to subscribe, comment below if you have a struggle or a question, or book a one-on-one strategy call. Happy optimization.